Hey everyone, this is Uthris and welcome back to Let's Build Lothloria, episode 37. So, last episode we went ahead and laid out some plans for maybe a future multiplayer event for once that's added. And also kind of just built our lumber mill and really that was about it. It was kind of just more of a talking episode rather than a full building episode. But in case you missed it, this is pretty much the finished design beyond it getting to work. I haven't figured that out yet, and I don't think I'll be figuring that out for a little while. But in today's episode, we're going to be building a large fishing dock, and I went ahead and laid out our foundation and wooden supports and dock area. Kind of a wraparound frontal dock, and then a one single pier, I guess you could say. And it's going to have a very similar kind of style to the other one, so it won't be too different. It is going to be a half one story, half two-story structure, I think. And that'll be pretty interesting. It's going to be an all stone structure, except for the second floor. It's going to have a little bit of the stucco attached to it. What else do I need on my hotbar? I think that's okay for now. So you're pretty much going to come in through this little porch area, and you'll be pretty much immediately greeted by a small, I guess, stand area. So this is kind of where you go to maybe get a permit to rent a boat or something. It's basically just kind of the front desk area, and then back here is going to be a large storage room and then an upper office area above the storage room. I think that'll be a pretty cool thing to try. I need the different type of window for this. Let's see. So I'm having a lot of internet issues here recently. This area that I'm living at is apparently having some problems with Verizon, and they're working on fixing it. I haven't really been able to play any multiplayer games or get them to work. I actually can't log into YouTube today, so I don't even know if this is going to get uploaded. I'm going to keep trying until I go to bed, but sadly I make no promises that you'll be seeing this tonight, or if it doesn't get uploaded, yesterday night. And I just apologize for that. That's just something out of my control. We called Verizon, talked to them, and they pretty much just said to check back tomorrow. They're still working on the connection issue. It's a damn shame, pretty much. And I would even try and talk to you guys on the channel, maybe using a different account or a anonymous kind of thing, but I can't even load comments. I can only barely load any web page, really. It's pretty unusable at the moment. How do I want this to work? I think that's okay. And need these to build up the height even more. Anyways, if it doesn't get uploaded today, it'll most likely get uploaded tomorrow. And I mean, absolute worst case scenario, you get 2 episodes tomorrow. maybe 3 depending on if I record anything else. but I won't know that until a bit later. Let's see. So is the you gotta really try and plan ahead with these types of structures and really get things to fit before you start roofing, as always. So an upper storage area was going to be an office. Doesn't really quite work with this staircase. To make this area an office, I would probably have to make an outer entrance, maybe put a side staircase up and have an entrance up here. But I'd rather it flow from one entrance around rather than doing that. I need a doorway and another wall segment. Guess I kind of have to build it like that. And that'll be kind of our basic shape. Need some wooden roofing. Throw that on there. And this one I'm going to actually take through some full details and see how far we can get in the 20-minute time span that we got. Okay, need a front staircase, and I like to use these new kind of triangle pieces of wooden support underneath all my staircases. I think it adds a nice layer of just extra support that should be there, in my opinion. That just wasn't really getting represented very well. So I think it's time for a windmill blade porch, because we haven't done one in a while, and I'm almost afraid that I haven't been putting as much detail as I have been on these new structures. So I'm trying to maybe get back to that, but sadly doing so will probably increase how long it takes me to build things. So I'm gonna run into a, if you want more than one building done in an episode, I might not show all the details or just skip it in general for a little bit. But if you guys don't mind seeing everything, then I'll be glad to make more episodes. Let's see. I haven't made one of these in a while, so I'm kind of struggling to remember how it's done. And I do this. All the way up. Okay, so that is the awning done. Basic shape of the structure completed. Now you'll notice that it's built up on these archways down here, and when water's introduced, or it's if water's introduced. The water line's good. I'm gonna try and make it. Oh, I'm yawning. Right underneath this 2x4 right here. So it will stop here, and I think it'll end up being about this height, which is a little bit weird. I don't know if the rivers can work with that or what, or even if water is gonna work the way I just don't know. I shouldn't even be speculating. I should just be building what I can. I really like the new wooden supports. If used correctly, it looks very nice, I think. And even if I had to make the water higher, say up to here, or you know, a little bit above these docks. Okay. Sorry, I had to do a bit of skip there. Some people started talking in Vent, and I thought I was in a different channel, and apparently wasn't. And I totally lost my train of thought and talked to them for a little bit. So that stuff can happen a lot, especially when you're not paying attention. So let's see, what do we need? We need a bunch of details. So I'm gonna throw up some tables up here. And then I'm gonna use probably this new large chest. Need some barrels. Might use some knickknacks from the lock catch block. I really like that thing. Some rope. Just a whole bunch of stuff. It's usually the best way to do these things. Can I squeeze a barrel in there? Kinda. Whatever. As long as it looks busy enough, it should be fine. In fact, I'm going to replace that with one of these large chests that we have. I think that looks fairly nice. And maybe put some barrels over here. And didn't I have rope? No. I'm just blind. I'm freaking blind. So let's see. So rope. We'll do copy and paste from the lock catch block here. Put some of these. Oop. As I was saying, some of these here, because I just really like the way these look. Almost looks like you're working on something. You can also copy this little handle, which you could almost argue could be a little fishing rod spool reel. That'd be pretty cool, I think. And then let's throw some of these. I like using these almost as if they're clamps attached to the table. Or it could be kind of represented as a bit of a steering wheel from a boat, I guess, if you want to use your imagination to that extent. So a couple shields on the wall, I think. Some loops. Gotta have loops. And then maybe a string of them where you would keep some poles or something. Can look pretty cool. Oh, let's go with some more barrels. And small chest to kind of represent cabinets. Up there. Okay, I think that looks fairly well. Like here, I guess we'll put a desk and a chair or so. Let's see. So under the stairs storage. Pretty much a necessity in these type of places. Put a wheel on the wall there, why not? Okay. Some more loops, and I'm gonna put some rope, I guess. Another chair, and then out here, a desk of some kind, chair, some more storage. Okay, I think that looks pretty good for the details on the inside. Out here, we're gonna do some extra stuff as well. Some barrels. Just more and more barrels. They're usually a good fit for this type of stuff, I think. Let's see, chest, some storage like so. That'd be pretty cool. What else can we add? I don't know, if there's any other details you guys might want to see, you can let me know down below, as always. I'm going to add these. That's kind of just a loose representation as a railing. I don't think the place really warrants having a railing itself. Maybe you can tie little rowboats and stuff off at these locations. Heck if I know. If they do add water, I doubt they'll add any type of flotation. I think that would be probably a little too much to wish for. But yeah, that's the finished large fishing hut and small dock area. And I think that'll do it for this episode. Thanks y'all for watching. If you want to see more, feel free to subscribe. Always let me know what you want to see in the comments. I still read them all. Haven't gotten to reply to any today again, and I'm sorry for that. and most comments will most likely be included in the build eventually. It's just for time's sake, I might be doing smaller things initially while I mull over the idea in my head and try and come up with a way to attack it. See you guys in tomorrow's video, or today's if it upload fails.